All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Wow, it is Monday, July 21st, my friends. We are cruising right along. Let's get started, man. Glad to have you all here. Fred Curry driving. It's good to see us. And Tay driving as well. We got a lot of drivers this morning, man. Careful, people. So nice of you to tune in, though, while you're driving. That is pretty cool to be able to do that. So, hey, Steve Kyle's back in the house today. Good to see you, Steve. Always a pleasure. Yo. And we, of course, have got Kevin Gillespie with us this morning as well. And, of course, the ladies, Kristen, Krista, and Lauren. We got them here, too. Can't not talk about them. I think I'm going to start by saying hello and good morning to Marty Guy Fink, who's clearly just disheveled, running around, doing something while, tuning in. What's going on, Marty? How are you?
I was getting my shoes on. I'm good. Very good. I'm tired. I had a long drive from Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Did you? Yeah. All right. Hey, so speaking of Michigan, how was it? What was your takeaway?
For me, it was a refresh. Kind of like I know what to do every single day, but sometimes you need that refresh in a live group. But I think the best part of it was learning what. I might have learned a couple new tricks, maybe not, but from other loan officers, though. It was really good to be in that group and see them learning new stuff. And then having fun, getting along with everybody. It was great.
Good times.
Yeah, I love being in those kind of groups like that. You just learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
What was the food like? I mean, that's clearly the most important thing.
Right. Well, I mean, the first night was great. Food was good every single time. It was a lot of food.
Really? Did they do the Subway sandwich thing, or what did we do there?
No, I don't even know where the last sandwiches were from, but I think we had like a Chipotle or a Moe's or something one day.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Chipotle.
Yeah. Hey, before we move on, how was the weather? How was the Michigan weather? Was it humid? Was it hot? Was it chilly? What was it?
One day it was kind of hot, and then the next day it was chilly and not humid, which was fantastic.
Thank God.
Very nice. Very nice. And
cool.
We're down here where I'm at in Virginia. It's it's pushing 100 almost every day. So.
Nice. Wowza. You
Yeah,
guys are pretty humid down there too, right? In Virginia.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You might as well be like Florida here. So.
Yeah. Well,
the weather's just.
Nothing's as bad as Houston, though. I'll tell you that right now. Come on.
San
Houston
Antonio,
is the absolute
Texas,
worst place.
Texas is pretty rough.
I feel like you're scarred from that, Frank.
I am scarred from that.
He got off that plane and
I was like, what's going on? Where am I? Oh my God.
I want to see my boy Steve, and now I'm soking wet. What just happened?
Right. Yeah. Anyways, hey, Marty, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it.
Hey, Monica Ledbetter said
let me say this. I meant to say it before I left. So I know some of the people that were there, they are not MMA members, and I know they get on LOBC. And if you guys are listening to me, you guys need to become members. That's what's going to be the key to get you moving forward. So that's it. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Very kind of you to say that. Awesome.
It's a great community.
Thank you, Marty. Steve, you pointed out Monica Ledbetter. Ironically, I was going to call on her next as well. But what did you want to say?
Well, she said the conversations were fire. So Monica, talk to us about that. Hey, and Frank, explain to everybody because you may have some brand new people here, and they're like, "What are y'all talking about last week? What happened last week?"
Well, better than Kristen. You should explain.
Okay,
what
Kristen
happened?
Was there.
Yeah.
So we had a boot camp, which is, if you've never been to a Mortgage Marketing Animals boot camp, it is open to non-members as well. So members, non-members, our members come at a discount, and it's basically, like a day and 3/4, I would say, where you get in a room and you go through in depth the daily success plan, but also just a lot of other pieces of the puzzle. And I think there's something to be said for unplugging from your day-to-day, going and surrounding yourself with other people who are all learning this and going through it and sharing in the conversations and hearing it. So that's what we did on Thursday and Friday of last week. And we have another one coming up in October. So if you weren't able to make this one.
Is that a Clearwater one?
It is.
That's new news, right?
That's
That is
brand
new
news.
news.
Yeah.
Because I had asked if there was going to be another one, and the last time I heard there wasn't going to be one. But one of the best things I got out of this past weekend was Owen Lee's speech. I thought that was very, very informative, where he was talking about Redfin and Rocket Mortgage and how we've all got to be first and fast to get to our clients, because Rocket Mortgage is going to get to them before anyone else. Very scary stuff if you think about it for a second.
But not if we're prepared, right, Brad?
No, that's right. If we're prepared, but if Redfin is getting more clicks than Zillow, more searches than Zillow, and if they've captured that information and Rocket is going after them before they've even found a house, they're going after them to get them pre-approved. That's scary stuff.
All right. Good stuff, man. And I love what Carrie said here. It's so hot. I just walked outside and ran to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
She went biblical on us.
If you're not a Bible person, you wouldn't get that. But if you are, amen. Hallelujah. All right. So we see Jim. I see your hand up. Don't worry. But we want to get to Monica Ledbetter. So Monica, let's get to you real quick. I'm certainly going to spotlight you first, just to say. I tried, unless I got shut down. I was going to say just to say hi. And but go ahead. What is the what was fire? Tell us.
3 fire emojis, not just one. And
right.
Marty is absolutely right. I've been part of this organization for a couple of years, bounced around between different levels. And I started with a boot camp. It was actually in Clearwater, and it was awesome. And I became an MMA member from there. I can't say enough great things about it. It really is just the best way to get yourself going and get your head right, especially in October, because you're going to springboard into next year. But just having closer contact with people that have goals beyond what they're doing today. They want to dive deeper. They want to build a business. They want to get off the roller coaster of up and down, and just being able to sit next to somebody. And it's so funny because the first day we're all kind of shy, we're all kind of a little timid. But by the afternoon session, people are asking questions, you're bumping into strangers and saying hello, and you're just talking. And out of that fellowship comes deeper connections that you can continue to go back to and foster. Like Marty and I talk and text, once a week, probably. I was able to see a coworker that works for my same company, but in a different part of the country. And he and I were able to have some deep dive conversations. So it's just excellent. It was so much fun. So it was a refresher for me as well. There's always little nuggets that you can take away though. And I took a couple away, and I agree. Owen Lee's presentation was unbelievable. It was just awesome. It was awesome.
So what's like you said, there's always nuggets to take away. Give us one in particular that you think, man, I'm gonna work on that.
AI. Yep. AI. Sure. 100%, hands down. Because I was at another boot camp earlier this year, and I got a couple AI tools from Chris Johnstone, and I'm thoroughly convinced I just need to bite the bullet and get on board with that CRM.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Period. Hands down. I need to do it.
Indeed. Well, Monica, thanks for
Thank you, Monica.
Really appreciate
welcome.
that. Yeah.
We got
All right. Hey, we got Jim Yarborough. Yarrington. Yarborough.
Yeah,
I know a Jim Yarborough. Sorry.
No problem.
Go ahead.
No problem.
Yeah.
So I'm just reiterating. I was up there. Hi, Marty. Hi, Monica. It was. I know the DSP. Marty was right. There was some fine tuning. Carl had some really great stuff, and one of the things I got out of it was he talked about future planning. Your benchmarks, where you need to be, and we had some exercise that were excellent about what do you need to do to get to your goals. And I walked away with one simple thing, that my benchmark just daily is 3 new leads. That's all I got to do, and I'm going to be in fantastic shape.
So true.
Financially. So it was pretty amazing. And Chris, you'll like this. My big takeaway is I got to get my LOCRM just tweaked a little bit more. So I'll be calling your team, but what a fantastic tool to have. But anyone listening, if you don't go to the boot camp in Clearwater, you're missing out on an incredible endeavor.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Well
Thanks so
said,
much,
Jim.
man.
Thank you.
Frank, I want to 30 seconds. I want to add one more thing.
You go.
I did take a new and upcoming loan officer with me. Just happens to be my son, and the amount of people who were like working on like mentoring him, telling him this was great. He's got this. He's going to be great. Was really, really good for him. Well, on our drive home, he sounded like Carl White on the way home. He was just repeating the things that he learned. And I was like, oh my gosh, you sound just like Carl. It was crazy, but I loved it. It was great with having everybody mentor him like that. So especially Monica. Thank you, Monica.
Awesome stuff. You know, what's important is like, I think all of us, anytime we go to something like the boot camp, or we've probably done other things similar, those types of things, you know, you're on that high when you leave. You're just on that high. You got all these things, right? And then, but if we don't stay connected to the community, that's, you know, then things can kind of settle down, and maybe we forget things or stop doing certain things. That's why I'll give the plug too, man. If you want to look into becoming a member, this is what would help you keep that synergy going, is by being plugged into the community, not just here on Breakfast Club, but into the meetings that we have throughout the week, that kind of a thing. So just go to dailysuccessplan.com if you're curious and you just want to see what it really means to be a member. Kristen, maybe you could throw that in there in the chat, dailysuccessplan.com. That would be great.
Marty was right. She was right in saying that many of the people there were not members, and many of them didn't come to Breakfast Club, which I thought was completely strange.
It is completely strange to not come to Breakfast Club. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Yeah. Thanks, Brad. Darn, where was I going to go with this? Oh, so, hey, William McCauley, just so you know, it's all about you today, brother. You know, William, because of Friday, right? We got to talk to William. But before we get into that, my spotlight's not working. Is it working for you guys? It's not working.
Yes. Yeah, it's working.
Not working for me. That's so weird. And now I've lost him, so I can't unspotlight him, just so you know. So, Kristen, you're going to have to do that. So.
I will remove him when you're ready.
We're ready. You could. Okay. I just want everybody to see William, and we're going to be talking about cracking teams, right? But before we get into that, I wanted to just let Kevin Gillespie share a little bit about tomorrow, because tomorrow on Breakfast Club, you know, I know call reluctance can be a big deal for a lot of people, right? Call reluctance is a tough thing to deal with, but Kevin Gillespie is the master at helping us with that. He's going to be sharing a little bit tomorrow. Kevin, just give a little insight to tomorrow, and then we'll get going with the day.
Tomorrow we'll show you why you have call reluctance. It's mainly because you got the wrong chemicals being fired in your brain. We got to get to where your brain's kicking off dopamine about making calls. So we'll give a real basic 5 minutes on that tomorrow, and then we'll just share a couple ideas on how people can overcome call reluctance, and then we'll have an invite to a free 1-hour webinar.
Wonderful. Okay, great. Good stuff. All right, so let's get going with today's topic. The topic is how to crack real estate teams. In the chat, let's light up the chat. Are you working with any real estate teams? Yes or no? Are you currently working with a real estate team? I would love to know that in the chat. And when we say real estate team, usually what that means is, oh, good, we got some yeses here. So, you know, real estate team is typically you've got one person who's kind of the leader, more or less, of the team. You know, it's the Frank Array team, you know, or whatever. Or they might give it a catchy name, you know, something like that. But there's typically one or two people that are sort of the leading, you know, realtors of the team. And then there's a team of people beneath them. Right. They all work together. A lot of times these teams can be challenging to break into as the originator, because maybe they've, you know, part of being on the team is they've got their LOs that they use, you know, and that's how the team works and is structured, you know, that kind of a thing. So William on Friday was, when we were asking about challenges, he said, man, this is mine. I got this team. I'd really like to crack in there. I've got a relationship kind of started, but I can't seem to kick down the door, you know, and start getting some business out of there. So We've got a lot of people that said yes to working teams. I would just love to help William out today and help everybody else who would like to work a team, right? Or who's trying to break into a team. Let's explore the conversation, see how can we go about doing it. So maybe one of y'all who's working a team could raise. Okay, Chauncey. It's so weird. It's so odd that Chauncey raises his hand, and But Chauncey. So we got Chauncey. Let's get some more hands up. I'd like to hear from Chauncey and a couple of others that are actually working teams. If you can tell us how you broke in, what you did to break into the team. If we get some couple of hands raised, that would be great. We'd really appreciate that. Okay, so we got Greg. I got a bunch of stuff in my way. I don't know if Glenn has his hand up. He does. Okay, so Chauncey, go for it, man. Working with a team, are you doing it? Yes, yeah. Obviously you are. How did you get in? How did you break in?
The biggest way is typically for me is when I have a transaction with a team I don't know, right? Maybe a seller's agent or maybe somebody who just needs to get pre-approved, but they already have an agent. And the first thing I always do is make sure I follow DSP, which sounds regular, right? But we actually have to do it. When you follow up with every Tuesday, when I follow up with every single transaction, I call a title agency, the insurance company, the buyer's agent, the seller's agent, and the client with all the updates. That is key. But what you have to not be scared of is asking for more business, but you have to also know who else is on that person's team, right? When they're seeing that you're doing a great job, you already have a list. So for example, I have access to a system here that I look up. I can see every other top real estate agent in that branch or in that brokerage, right? And I would ask for an introduction. Hey, do you know this person, that person? Yeah. Is it possible you can introduce me to them? I'm hoping I'm doing a great job for you, which it seems like we're doing. If you can introduce me to them, that will be great. I'm doing that during the transaction. I'm not waiting for it to close, doing it during the transaction. So hopefully I can get 2, 3, or maybe 4 meets out of that. And then one of them may work, right? We all know the 16% number. That's what I'm looking for. So if I can get that one out of that, then they just start introduced to the next person. And then when they have their huddles, what do you think they're saying? Oh, this lender I'm working was doing so. Hey, yeah, they reached out to me. Can I connect? That's how the conversation going. You want them to start selling you. And that's how you want to get into it. That's what worked for me, actually. It worked for me.
Okay, great. Awesome, man. Thank you, Chance. Appreciate that, man. That's a good point. Right, Steve? It's a good one. Just doing the just ask, sometimes you can tap into a team kind of, through the side door a little bit there. But if you're working the plan, then that can parlay into meeting other people within the brokerage or on the team and having them speak about you. Good one. I like it. Greg, what is your thoughts?
Chauncey hit it on the head really well. That first thing is know the team, right? Like know the numbers of each person on the team so that especially, and this is where it gets a little harder, is if they only report team numbers. But if it's a big set of team numbers and you know it, I mean, it's a great thing to go after. But I've done this with 2 teams and it's generally worked out one of 2 ways. And in one experience, I've had the head of the team who I've gotten to know. And then the other one, I just like Chauncey said, I got to know one agent on the team. And the key is exactly what he said, is when you are in transaction, you cannot fumble making those calls every week. And building the relationship is all it is. Like I said last week, the one where I got in with an agent of the team, I've been meeting with them or reaching out to them for 2 years. Like we've been going to lunches. They haven't been getting me any business. And I say, look, I'm not doing this for the business. Like I always joke with them. That is my goal down the line. Right now, I am just looking to get to know you and I enjoy when we hang out. But it's that big key is reaching out every single week when the deal is in process. Those Tuesday updates are everything when you have one deal. And if you don't, it's the same DSP, right? It's reaching out 12 weeks in a row and just keep reaching out. And then finally, be willing to spend a bit of money. A $10 Starbucks gift card to every member of the team will at least have them talking about you. So for me, there's always been a small money component involved.
It's a bribery thing.
And I literally, as a matter of fact, I wrote that in the Starbucks card. I said, I'm not bribing you. Just kidding. So
just kidding. Interesting.
Yeah, so.
All right, great. Hey, thanks, brother. Super appreciate it. How about Glenn's up and then Kelly? But I'm looking too for, I think what William might be looking for is I don't have a transaction going with a team member, right? I don't, but I still want to break into the team. What's my angle there? Right?
I got you.
You got us, Chris?
Yeah. Let's go with Glenn and Kelly first.
Now we're on the cliffhanger. I like it. This is going well. All right, Glenn Simonai.
Hey, morning. I have to echo a little bit what was said, but I had coffee with a team, the broker, January of this year, and I kept reaching out, Monday calls, Thursday texts. And then I hit him with the MoveTube and other value adds, and then rotated them through. Second time around, he responded to MoveTube, and it hasn't been blank responses. Sometimes he'd text me back, sometimes he would answer. So this last Friday, I had my he opened me up to the team on Thursday and did their training. So I did a MoveTube training with them. And the first thing he says is, the reason why he's in front of our team is because this guy calls me day and night and follows up. He is the follow-up king. I just did what the DSP asked us to do. And also with that, the listings that he had were he got emails and everything. So he thought that was me doing that around the clock. So the follow-up impressed him. He says, I purposely ignored his calls, but I knew they were coming in. So I did that. We had two of his team members join us on MoveTube, and then one of them threw me a lead over the weekend for the open house. We got him some flyers and everything. So we did that. And then, but I reached out to him, thanked him for the kind words, and then also said, who on your team is killing it that I need to talk to, and who on your team needs not motivation, but needs somebody to come along and collaborate them with a little bit more to push them along. And so he texted me back. He goes, thanks for showing up. Here's who you need to talk to on my team.
Wow.
So I hit up the ones, thanks for coming into or if you missed it yesterday, we had talked about MoveTube. And then I told him also, that's just one of the value adds. The other ones are going to knock your socks off. Wait till I show you how we support you with our LOAI CRM. I mean, that CRM is made for not just me, it's made for both of us. And some of your team expressed an interest in dipping their toes into AI. MoveTube is a great tech for that. But this other one allows me to kind of show them that, but also they can incorporate it. And he was just, thank you again. And one of the things he did say that, and I'll close with this, is that this guy follows up so much and no money was on the table. I can only imagine, because I said, if you like the way we follow up, wait till you see how we lend. I can only imagine how they're going to do in the transaction. So I want to thank Carl particularly, because he's the one that said it. He says, what's your secret sauce? And I just said, we close on time. We have great communications during the process, and we get on our leads like green on a pickle. Give us a chance. And when I closed, he's like, that's all I'm saying. Then I rolled out, and then all the goodness happened after that. So no, thanks for the opportunity to share. But yeah, that follow-up, the DSP is the real deal.
Hey, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. Want to let you know, MoveTube is probably one of the easiest ways to get the attention of top producing real estate agents out there, because with MoveTube, you give them a tool that they can use on their listing appointments that lets them say, hey, list with me, I'm going to get your home on TV. It's a real game changer. If you want to learn more, just go to MoveTubeStudio.com, MoveTubeStudio.com. Awesome, Glenn. Thank you, man. That's awesome. And I'm going to put into the chat, there's a link for the MoveTube AI demo. It's 26 minutes on your own time. Jenny will walk you through MoveTube, every single aspect of it in just 26 minutes. There's a link in the chat right now. You can go and click on that if you're interested in MoveTube. And that was cool. I didn't know that was coming, but I thought, well, why not? We'll put the link in there so other people can learn about it. All right, Kelly, give us your thoughts. Teams, how did you break into one from scratch, Kelly? Or did you go through the side door? You know, like
no, I broke through and came through fighting like Rocky, and I haven't stopped fighting yet. So
like Rocky.
I did. And I'm driving. I'm sorry I couldn't come on camera, but it was one of my top realtor partners is the buyer's agent, and the listing agent, I just kept him informed literally with every step, the weekly calls, and he felt seen, and he said he had never felt seen before. And so when the purchase closed successfully and it closed early, he introduced me to his team, and very impromptu. I didn't know that there were so many of them on his group. It was 23 of them.
Wow.
I ended up supporting them the entire year that they invited me to their Christmas party that year, and then their awards banquet. And then they started adding me to their newsletter. And then the lender called me their lender on duty. So I was a part of their monthly meetings. So anything that was market related, they wanted to hear my voice. And he would make it mandatory that his team members were a part of my 15-minute segment. So that was great. And then when some of the team members, how realty firms, they have the highest turnover. When they branched off to other bigger name companies, they took me with them. So I love that part because, some of them went to like a Keller Williams or EXP or whatever is big around here, and they took me with them. So I just made sure I kept a relationship with all of them, no matter what their relationship was with their broker in charge, they still knew my name. So it was that one phone call changed everything. So as Frank always says, it works all the time. Please just call and pick up the phone and just let people know what's going on. You don't have to divulge everything that's going on with the transaction, but just in ethical way of just letting them know that everything's okay, or if everything's not okay, just let them know what's going on. And that's what he appreciated. And, it just turned into a great relationship.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Kelly. Great stuff. Wow. Chris Johnstone, why don't you, man, this is hard to follow up. You say you got something. So let's go. What you got?
Definitely hard to follow up. But you know what it really is, Frank, in my opinion, consistency of quality conversations. That was not my sound, but that was a great sound.
That was awesome. Yeah. But, yeah. All right, go. No one's laughing at you, Chris. Keep going.
Come on, Frank. We all know that's not true. Somebody out there is laughing at me.
All right.
Consistency, quality conversations. And I think everybody had this golden thread, and what they said was, you're not going to make the call to the team, have them pick up the first and be like, oh, this is amazing. Thank you for calling. I've been waiting for a lender to call me.
Yeah.
When can we meet? You've got to stay in front of them for long enough that there's a pain point, or there's an opportunity, or there is that opportunity for you to get into that office. And you've got to be able to stay in front of them long enough. And that's why offers are so important, because offers allow you to change your messaging. So you're fresh. You're always staying in front of them with value and continuing to offer value, because there's going to be different pain points for different brokerages and for different offices. And when you stay in front of them with the MoveTube offer, the follow-up refer back offer, the we'll work your old leads for you, the Marty Guy Think podcast offer, you put them into your CRM and you sequence them so that the email messages are continually delivering value for a long enough period of time that they're like, if this is how they follow up with no deals on the table, how are they going to follow up when we do send them a customer and they experience the follow-up refer back? That's closing the opportunity. But getting that first conversation is about having offers over a long period of time. Put them into your CRM, have the CRM automatically following up, and then DSP, baby. Make those phone calls every week. And today is the day. It's Monday. Today's the day you get a qualified list. You're focusing on them, and you've got your list of people that you're making your calls to, and you already know what offer went out to them, so that when you're leaving your voicemails, you can talk about that other tool that you have in your toolkit that's going to get them to respond back. It's the consistency. Absolutely.
And the CRM helps so much.
Oh, for sure.
In that regard. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you're right, because you're not going to call a team member, you're a team leader, and they're not going to go, thank God you called. Man, we've been looking for a lender,
Right.
just couldn't find one. So great that you decided to randomly call us. Yeah, good stuff today. Well, William, I don't see William anymore. Do you guys see William? You still with us, William? If you are, say hi. Maybe he had to go because it was all about him.
He's already making his calls.
It was his show.
I'm here.
Hey, William. So a lot of stuff today. Any help there? You feel like you're gonna
absolutely, and I think the biggest key having different offers that I realize you got to stay there long enough that, like you say, a lot of these guys. I'll tell you, man, I got no shortage in people contacting me for business.
Yeah.
So it's about being consistent for sure. And then
it really is.
The big takeaway is having different offers. And say, hey, you know what? He's got a lot to offer and a lot of things going on. Maybe I should check him out. So,
but the real key is, different offers. The real key is that you're just always there, always there. Always. Yep. They get a lot of people calling them, right? But most call 1 or 2 times.
Right.
So they're getting hit by a bunch of new people, that they never hear from again, so it's the ones that stick, right. And stay, like Chauncey was saying, everybody else, Kelly was saying, it's the ones who stick and are always there every Tuesday, Glenn, right. Or every Monday, whatever the case may be. Those are the ones that they rise to the top, right. They rise to the top. So you got this, brother. You got this, man.
I appreciate all the assistance and the ideas. I definitely appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how things turn out. I know they're going to be good, man. So great stuff. All righty. It's the top of the hour. I'm just feeling bad because we haven't really heard from Steve Kiles. So, we kind of, we
we're
we
good,
haven't really
man.
heard it.
This
We
is
just
great.
thought we'd say hi to you before we get out of here.
All right, everybody. Hey, listen, what was said is consistency and follow-up. Create your list. And then if you'll consistently follow up and use some of the high-tech, high-touch, low-time activities we talk about in the membership to stay top of mind, then you're going to keep crushing it. The key is make the call, have the conversation, be consistent. And let's start with today, man. Today's our agent partners. So we want to be reaching out to partners that we're currently working with. We call them a Focus 40. We want to reach out to the ones that we've met with that we're working to get their business. And then we want to have a list of agents that are qualified that we're targeting to consistently add to our team. So today's really the key is make the calls, leave great voicemails, and ask for the business. It's amazing. If you'll ask for the business, you'll get it. So, all right, everybody, let's get out of here.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. We got to get out of here because Kristen's got to put up her Christmas tree today, I think. Isn't today Christmas tree day, Kristen, for you? July 21st every year? No?
I haven't even gone down the shore yet. That happens next week. Wait to go on the shore first.
All right, everybody.
All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Adios, my friends. We'll see you here tomorrow. Kevin Gillespie will be here. Help us with call reluctance. It's something about chemicals. Don't start before the show. Wait to learn what the chemicals are. That's my only word of advice for tomorrow. You guys have a great day. We'll see you here mañana. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.